everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the Vibe Tribe family. Happy to have you with us. Welcome to Road to Recovery Episode 8. Officially been doing this series for 2 months now. And well, you know what? There's a reason why I'm doing this series, is to help keep me sane and clean. So today, we've had some setbacks this week. So one's personal, family kind of related, which I'll chat a little bit about. The other is community related. So let's just get into it. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you join the Vibe Tribe family by hitting that little red subscribe button. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, as it does let me know I'm on the right track for creating content for you. If you don't like it, that's okay. Give me a big old thumbs down. Don't bother me none. Thanks for the watch time. Thanks for helping me too. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, as it will let you know when my squirrely videos upload. Let's get into it, guys.
Hey everyone, how's it going? How's your day so far? Hopefully it's a fantabulous one. Cherri here, aka Diamond Art Addiction. Welcome to Road to Recovery. This is a series I started on my channel 2 months ago. This is episode 8, so it has been 2 months that I have been doing this. I have been trying to stay faithful to uploading it on Sundays and trying to keep to a schedule Saturday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Something will be going on my channel. Whether it's a video, live on Wednesdays. Tomorrow, being Monday, the 20th, I will be uploading a video going over things for the event that's starting on Wednesday. So if you are watching this today, being Sunday, please know another video and post will be up tomorrow on Instagram under the hashtag, I'll put it on the screen, DP, get your big double G on. We just wanted to make sure when we did that with the 2 G's, I know it kind of messed some people up at first, but we did that because we wanted to guarantee that this hashtag was for the event, because there could be no DP, get your big on, people working on big events, so we just kind of wanted to isolate the hashtag to the event. So there will be post in my group, a thread for the event. In my group, there will be a thread in Melissa's group, and there will be on the hashtag, the same post, because some people aren't on Facebook that are on Instagram and vice versa, back and forth. So if you are not on Facebook or Instagram, I will put the post up on my community tab tomorrow as well, because I'm hoping to get people to comment on one of the posts, their name and what painting they're working on. I just kind of want to keep track of, who's in the event, who blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyhow, we'll go over that more tomorrow, being Monday, April 20th. For tonight's Road to Recovery, there were a couple things picking me this week, just picking at me. One thing in particular that's been picking at me for a while, which is a little bit community related. So that will be in here. I'm not sure if so there's 2 things. I had 2 setbacks this week. One was, just we'll get into that. The other was more of a family. My kids kind of flipped on me again, saying that, when I reminded them, we are moving this summer, all of a sudden they flipped. My son was crying, I was crying, and I was feeling like the worst mother in the world, to the point I actually had to go to Edson yesterday to have a family meeting with my mom and my daughter, her boyfriend, my 2 sons. Of course, the grandson was there too. I filmed on the way what was kind of picking at me. And, with this, it wasn't picking at me. It was what was having me so bothered. And, so you'll see me get into that, when I'm driving. And then I said I was going to film after we were done on the way back, but I didn't. I just needed to kind of process everything, work through, like, sometimes driving is my meditation time because I'm not on my phone or my phone's not blowing up. So I'll put it on Do Not Disturb, except I forgot I was going to film, and my little messenger, DP Sisterhood, rang in while I was driving. So I chatted for them for a few seconds till I hit the dead zone. And then I started filming. Usually I have my phone on Do Not Disturb when I'm driving, so I don't, that all distracted driving laws. So, yeah, you're gonna, I think I'm going to do what really had my ass chapped. You're actually gonna see me working on a different diamond painting because I don't want people to assume when I filmed this clip that I'm going to do this one first, then I'm going to come in, I'm going to talk about it after it's been some time since I filmed that, and then we'll get into the other one, which wasn't really that bad at all, and how that ended. Today being Sunday, April 19th, 2020, I'm doing great. It's okay to have setbacks. It's okay to feel frustrated or angry, work through it, whatever works for you. What works for me may not work for you. For me, it's talking it through. Once I spill it and I talk it, usually I'm worked through it, right? I'm not someone that is going to sit there and beat on a dead horse. Certain things. The loss of my son. Well, yeah, you guys got what I mean. I'm not going to go squirrely here. I'm not going to go squirrely. So we'll do the whole what's been kind of picking at my ass, bothering me. And it's not just me. I've had subscribers, like not creators, subscribers that have been coming to me, or I've been watching videos, or I've been in other people's comment sections, and I'm just like, and it's something that I've just been watching. And this is one of the reasons why me and Melissa want to do this event in 2 days, in a couple days, because we want to bring a positive distraction to everything that's going on in the world. And I think that's why this was bothering me so much, because of everything else that's going on. And there's all this other bullshit. Yeah. So let's get into that. I'll come back. I'll chat a little bit about that, like where I'm at now. And then we'll get into the other one. Because I did some pre-filming. Yay me. This might actually be up on time tonight. All right, let's get into that. And I will see you in the next clip. Hello, everybody. So welcome to we're going to whip and chat a little bit on Road to Recovery. Normally I don't do this. It's usually just me doing a face-to-face with the camera, but I've got some shit I need to get off my chest. This is what Road to Recovery is. I am doing Road to Recovery to help me work through, addiction issues. I am a recovering addict. I had a slip up. I fell off the bandwagon for a couple weeks, and that's when I started doing this series. And I don't give a fuck what people think. I don't give a shit. We all have, I've listened to other people and other creators, and, this is just me voicing what's kind of got me irritated a little bit, and it's not anyone in particular. It's just kind of as a whole. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm this fucking innocent in all this because, but it's just when you pay attention and you're opening your eyes up and you're learning to read between the lines, yeah, you got to just, like when you go into other people's videos, and you just read some of the comments from subscribers, and it just makes me want to go, oh, and I'm like, okay, I'm a part of this community. I've had issues in this community. I've, We all know about last July. Okay? I ain't gonna repeat that shit. Do I regret doing it? No, I don't. I regret letting my anger get out of control. I could have handled things differently. That is the only thing that I regret from that whole ordeal. You know, I don't regret any videos I've put out. I don't regret anything that I've done. I've learned a lot. Am I perfect? No. Have I made mistakes? Fuck yeah. I'm willing to own it. You know, I can own my shit. That's a part when you go through rehab and you hit rock bottom. Like if you're a recovering addict, alcoholic, gambler, excessive shopper, sex addict, whatever your vice may be, iTunes cards, playing, whatever. You know, if you do something on a steady to escape, including diamond painting, you know, it can become a problem if it starts affecting things in a negative way. You know, and my point of that squirrely thing there is, speaking of squirrely, I'll explain what this painting is doing on my light pad in a moment. You know, if I don't speak how I'm feeling, it's going to sit inside me. It's going to fester. And then it's going to become like what happens when something festers, it becomes an infection and it spreads. Right? And I have learned through bringing myself to bare bones and hitting rock bottom that it is not good nor healthy to bottle things up. You got to talk, right? And this has become an outlet for me. Some people may not view it as what I am doing. And that's something I'm going to get into. Basically, when you're reading in comments on fellow creator videos that, you know, they've been a part of so many communities and this is the most catty, like it's crafting, like this is the most catty backstabbing, you know, and I'm like, whoa. Like, and this is coming from, and you know what? I've actually had subscribers, not creators, subscribers, you know, come to me, you know, and you know, they're like, well, you're approachable. Why? And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, and even if I do know what they're talking about, I will sit there and I will play stupid. I am very, very good at playing stupid. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. Trust me. You figure out your ways, you know, to protect yourself. And one way of protecting yourself is staying 2 steps ahead all the time, you know, and that's just kind of become a part of my chemical makeup, that I'm always trying to be 2 steps ahead of people because I've always been given a reason to have to be that way, you know. And I came into this community, like I've been on YouTube since 2009. I've only been a creator since April 27th of 2019. So that's 10 years. Like when you look at my link, it actually says Rowan Blue Moon. Like I have like the little number, blah, 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 then Rowan Blue Moon. Most people nowadays have numbers and letters because, you know, YouTube's been here for so long. So I've kind of watched through multiple communities, you know, and I was so proud to come into a community of crafting and being creative, sharing our different perspectives on how we do things, you know. And when you read comments and you have subscribers come to you, you kind of put your own 2 and 2 together with things after you've been doing this long enough, you know, and to read subscribers saying like, I don't even want to watch videos because, you know, people are complaining about who's going live or who's premiering, or, you know, people are saying how they want things and they can't afford it and it makes them, you know, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I agree with all of that. I absolutely do. You know, absolutely, we all need to be accommodating of each other. We all need to be respectful. But why why do subscribers and viewers have to, like, if subscribers and viewers are picking up on the bullshit that all us community, okay, you know what, you guys, let's lay our fucking cards out on the table, okay? We all know the little side stories and all the little bullshit and blah, 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 mean girls and rude and drama. It's there. Us as creators, we know it's there. Most of us don't bring it to the camera, and that I like. We don't need to bring shit like that to the camera, but it is becoming a problem. You know, I mean, to the point, like, us creators get hate mail. Like, I literally got an email from you suck bitch at gmail.com or something like that. You know, and some of the most vile, disgusting things that somebody could say to another human being. Why? Because I'm different? Because maybe I'll talk about taboo topics, or I share what because I'm willing? Because why? You know, to me, I just shook my head. Yeah, it got to me for a minute, and any normal human being, it would when someone says those vile things. And I know I'm not the only creator that gets these kinds of letters, you know, and I don't understand. And all the animosity between some creators and other creators, and I don't fucking get it. If you got a problem with somebody, go talk to them like an adult. Say, look at, you pissed me off. Can we talk? Like, this is why. You know, instead of making up bullshit lies and then go and talk crap. You know, like I did a Let's Talk Tuesday. I started doing whipping chats on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think it was last summer. You know, and I did Let's Talk Tuesday, and one Let's Talk Tuesday, I spoke about not feeding the monsters. So any little drama, any little stupid thing, you know, anything I heard, I wouldn't bring it to my channel. I'm not going to feed the monsters. I refuse. You know, and people make sideline remarks or they beat around the bush. You got something to say to me? Say it. Like, I have no issues. None whatsoever. I have no beef with nobody. You know, I wish I could say the same, you know, and whatever. I am not going to stop. So whoever is sending the hate mail, you can keep on sending it. You're not bothering me. Thanks for helping me. Because all you're doing is you're just making me want to go harder, stronger, more creative. You know, I don't understand, you know, and I know a lot of you creators know what I'm talking about. You know, people are afraid to talk about certain things, or people, because they don't want to come across as this or that, or people are afraid to say that they got something for free because now that their review is not going to be good. Or, okay, so a point got made to me. How come you don't have that many reviews on your channel? Do you want to know why? Because I like to work with a company for a little while. Like, I'll buy, I don't know how many, I'm looking at my BFF pens right now, which I'm going to organize when I start organizing all my shit. And yeah, like I had one acrylic pen sent to me for free from Diamond Pens. And I worked with them for, you know, I had quite a few pens from them. I did an addicted review for them because I had worked with them for a couple months. I don't believe that you can judge a company or a business on one transaction. You can't, you know. I know that for me to do a full-fledged, okay, this is my honest of thoughts, I want multiple transactions. Like, yes, you guys are going to be getting a BFF Diamond Painting Pens review soon. You're going to be getting an Archer's Arts Trays review soon. I have an order coming from my 3D designs. Okay, I got lots of Archer's trays. Now I want to try another company, and I'll order a few times through them. But how is the customer service? How is it communicating with them? If I had an issue, how did they work it out with me? So I'm not going to sit there and make a judgment on a company and give I give first impressions. But if it says addicted review, now the only one that I can say like that I did a review was Mary's Diamonds. And yes, I had some issues with the canvas. Mary was made aware of it. And I will be ordering from Mary again very soon because I want to see the changes, has any changes been made? And then I will come back. Just like I will be doing another Battle of the Waxes, part 2. Have I learned how to use patty wax better? Have I learned how to, So don't come at me saying, well, you don't really do that many reviews. Well, no, I don't go into full detail reviews until I've worked I've done a few transactions. You can't come on camera after working with a company once and then just, well, so I may be a little bit different from Chris. I try to be different. I try to be original. Like when I came in, I noticed a lot of people did whip and chats on Wednesdays. So I went Tuesdays, Thursdays. I try to be, but sometimes we do things that will be alike. It's diamond painting. I mean, you can only do so many different things. And who cares if somebody has a similar video? We all do things differently. We all have different opinions. You know what they say about opinions? They're like assholes. Everyone has one. This craft is supposed to be relaxing, fun. Yeah, sometimes we may talk about serious topics or we may share certain points of our life or things that we're going through. Yeah, I know I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm okay with that. No need to be a bitch. Some of the stuff that I'm talking about, it has not necessarily been me. I've been in people's videos, comment sections, some things like what really has me Why do people have to be like that? Like, if you've got a problem with somebody, go talk to them. If they've upset you, talk to them. Don't go talk shit. Like, we're not in junior high, and that's why I've always said, if someone has a problem with me and they're not willing to talk to me through email or messaging, but yet they're willing to go on camera and blast me, well, that's just for views and drama because you're not willing to come and talk to me like an adult. I know I'm approachable. I've been told I'm approachable. I treat everybody with kindness and respect. I will speak with kindness and respect until I'm given a reason not to, and no, I have not been disrespected besides that fucking email, have digs been taken at me? Yeah. People aren't stupid, and right now with everything that's going on in the world, this is a time, like, that's why me and Melissa wanted to do the Get Your Big event, which I guess people have an issue with. Whatever, we don't fucking care. We want to come together during a time where our normal, whatever normal is no longer there. And we are in a different normal. Humans are not meant to be socially isolated, Some of us like it, others don't. But people are kind of going a little snaky. And that's why I think some of this is going on. Like, this has been kind of building in me for a couple months. And some of this, I'll go into people's videos and I'll listen. And I'm like, it's not even my issue. And I just don't understand. And maybe I'm just trying to work through this because I went through this shit in high school. I went through intimidation and bullying, and I don't understand why subscribers, they're not even creators, are like, man, I don't even really want to know if I want to watch videos. I don't even know if I want to be a part of this community. Why is everybody catty? Why are people bitching about this? And I don't know. You know, like, if you've got a problem with somebody or wondering why they've said this, go ask them. I think somebody would be more appreciative if you go and speak to them instead of assuming. Because you know what they say about assumption. Makes an ass out of you and me both. So right now, I'm going to talk a little bit why you see this canvas in front of me and not my Catherine canvas from Treasure Studios Art. I've just been really with what's going on personally in my world, which I'll talk about probably in a different... Normally I'm filming Road to Recovery on Sunday, and it's not Sunday. I'm not going to tell you guys what day it is because I don't want people to go around assuming when I filmed this clip. That's why I have this canvas on here, because nobody knew I started this canvas while I was in Innisfil. And yeah, so that way people can't assume when I film this, yeah, the big event's coming, you know, I just need, this is a part of me being in recovery. And this is something I've learned. I've spoken to my sponsor, you know, and like my sponsor said, she's like, you know what to do. Speak, talk. Can't exactly go to a meeting. I can call her, but I mean, I'm not a person that I'm going to bother people, you know, every time I have a little issue. I'll just go get a tissue. But yeah, that's why I'm working on this canvas in this clip, because I don't want people going around assuming like they do on what I'm speaking of or maybe who, because that's what people like to do. They like to make assumptions. And, you know, if someone wants to call me out for something, okay. But at least try and not be trying to cause drama and get views by doing it in a video if you're not willing to come and talk to me behind the scenes, you know? And if you're a subscriber, come talk to me. Like, you know, I'm human. I make mistakes. I screw up. I do not come in here tooting my horn, acting like I'm the shit and blah. No. I'll own my shit. You know, sometimes I know my videos bother people because they think I'm looking for pity, or, you know, everybody comes to YouTube for different reasons. Some people come for relating, some come for entertainment, some come for escaping. You know, some people want to escape what's going the negative in their world. So sometimes they don't want to necessarily watch a video that's on a little bit more of a serious topic. You know, now if you're in every video, you know, and it's all the time, yeah, okay, it does get a little mundane. Absolutely. You know, you kind of got to shake things up a little. You know, got to shake it up. I just kind of wanted to come on and, you know, maybe I'm just a little bit embarrassed that we're viewed as one of the most catty communities, and it's fucking crafting. What? I don't know, you guys. Like, I honestly, it's just been picking at me. And Road to Recovery, this is almost like an NA meeting for me. And I'm not going to mention names, because that's one thing I do have, is when people come to me and they talk to me, you know, yes, Connie, you guys all know about Connie, but Connie gave me permission to say her by name because there's a few Connies in the Vibe Tribe, you know, and she's okay with it. But I would never come on here and mention anybody's addiction. If someone comes to me and says, yeah, I'm a recovering addict, I don't go and talk, you know, unless they're like, you know, I'm okay if you do because I want people to know, blah, 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 then I will. But I don't come on here and I don't repeat anything that's ever been said to me from anybody. It's not my place to. I know what it's like to need someone to talk to once in a while. And sometimes talking to a stranger almost is more relieving than talking to someone you're close to, because if you're close to them, they're close to the situation. So, and that's something I've definitely learned this week, is I've actually learned over the last while since I started Road to Recovery. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, you got to go back to episode 1 because I started it 2 months ago when I pretty much fell off the bandwagon there. So, I owned it, and yeah, it's been picking at me. I don't understand, it just juvenile. Maybe that's what people are looking for. They want to cause issues. They want to, I don't know. I don't normally understand it. The other thing is, how much do people actually, okay, I know how often I get asked for free stuff, but when I have business owners coming to me saying, look, I'm going to send you a little something extra because of all the business you've given me, but please don't say nothing because I don't want any more people asking me for stuff. I'm like, so I can't even say like, wow, this person is kind, they gave me this, because they don't want to be like, honestly, how much do people go around asking for stuff? Like, yes, since people have found out that I do cover minders, I've been asked. People see I have a big stash, they'll message me and ask, well, if you're not going to need them, I can't afford them. Yeah, I know I have a ginormous stash. Some of it's been gifted to me. And I know my creator friends can relate to this too. When we get sent friend mail, it can be awkward. It can really be awkward because there are so many people going around begging for things or playing on people's heartstrings to get them to send shit, that us creators are so afraid to say that something was gifted to us because we don't want to be perceived as that. But there are so many kind, amazing people in this world, and that's something that I've learned, and I'm going to end this here right away. I've gotten off my chest what I've needed to get off. I refuse to feed the monsters. If you think I'm talking about you, then you need to ask yourself why you feel that way. Why do you think maybe I'm speaking about you right now? Because what are you guilty of? Why do you feel that this is geared at you? If you feel it's geared at you, then you're guilty of something. And that's something I've learned, right? Like, when people get defensive or they think it's about them, this comes from experience. Well, you're guilty of something, so that's why you're defensive about what I'm saying. It took me a long time, and it's been almost 11-year healing journey. Mother's Day will mark 11 years when I took the bull by the horns and took my life back. And that's a part of the reason why I've been sharing a lot of what I have, and I've been raw and I've been real with you guys, because I'm looking to relate. I'm not just here. I want to entertain you guys. Come on. I know what you guys say, that, you'll message me saying, oh my God, like, you made me laugh. I want to entertain, but there's also, it's not all fun laughs. That's not real life. It's just not, like, we have bad days, and I cannot come on camera and pretend I'm okay when I'm not. You guys will just call me out. You've done it, and so this is why you see me working on this canvas. Plus it's a squirrel canvas and it's star ore, and I don't want anyone to know when I film this segment. Basically, it's pretty bad that as a creator, I have to take that step right now, because there's that much bullshit. I won't feed the monsters. I just needed to get this off my chest because it's just bugging me. I'm a part of this community. I've been a part of it for almost a year. So, and a lot of you have been in it longer. Some of you are just coming into it and, going, holy fuck, like, holy fuck, and I will not bring through that on my channel. Yeah, I'm doing it in this one video because I've had quite a few of you, the Vibe Tribe people, come to me and, ask. And I'm like, well, I'll address what I can. I'll address what's picking at me, because what's picking at you is picking at me too. So if it's picking at me, then yeah, maybe it's picking at a lot more people, So maybe we just need to be a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more understanding and not so two-faced. We're not children, we're adults. Most of us in this community are between the ages of 30 to 60. So high school was over a long time ago. Like I said, this is why me and Melissa wanted to bring on the Big event, which is coming next week. So, so kind of got a rough idea when this was filmed, but not really, because you know when the Big event is starting. So, like I said, this has just been picking at me for a while, but I'm so afraid that it's going to cause an issue that I'm not going to and I'm like, no, fuck that. People want to get an issue about what I'm talking about, then they need to figure out why they have an issue with what I'm saying. I've made mistakes in the community. People have gotten hurt from my mistakes. I've owned it. I've apologized, and I've moved forward. I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse. There's a lot that I've talked about. And there's a lot that I haven't. I don't bring everything that goes on the sidelines in my life to my channel. Like I said, this was just one of the things this week that's getting to me. I will speak of the next thing probably when I film it, whenever that will be, but it will be before Sunday. So let's have a little bit more love. Can we just be a little bit of Bob Marley here? One love, da, 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 da. No. I know. I can't sing worth shit. I know I can't. I'm hoping that with doing the Big event, this will help maybe to bring people together as a community and be supportive and understanding and not so catty and cutthroat. I said, and if you think this is geared at you, ask yourself why. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this segment of Road to Recovery. I've said what I've needed to say. I feel a lot better. I said, rehab works. I've learned a lot from it. If you are newly clean or you are wanting to get clean and you need someone to talk to, please always feel free. I always keep my information and where you can reach me down below in the description box. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end this and I will chat with you in the next clip, whenever that will be. And I'm back. So, as you could tell, I was definitely chapped. And it's not at one direct thing. It wasn't at one person. It just what I've just noticed, and I know it's not just me. And now, I've had some time to process. Once I speak it, usually it's just managing to speak how you feel, whether people are going to like it or not. I'm not going to silence myself to comfort someone else. Why? I did that for too long, and I had been doing it, and because I don't want to, not anymore. Said, if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's my channel. It is what it is. So, try not to make assumptions. If you think any of that was directed at you, or you just want to talk to me about it, please feel free to message me. Just make sure if you feel I was talking about you, just ask yourself why. That's it, right? And people have done that. And I'll be listening to a video, I'm like, oh, because I have borderline personality disorder, so sometimes I will take things personally and it's like, no, Cherri, you haven't done nothing. You haven't given this person a reason so move along, right? And it's just seeing what other people are going through, and it's like, we really need to come together as a community and as a whole, especially right now. We're all missing family. We're missing our normal, whatever normal was for us before all this, and I'm really hoping the event in a couple days will help. So that's enough about that. Now we're going to get into, I'm going to try and get this up by 7, but I doubt it. By the time I'm looking at the time, and realistically it's 6:43 p.m. and I still have to film the after part of going to see my children yesterday. So videos will be up Saturday through Thursday between 7 and 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You guys, you know what? I haven't slept. I've been awake since yesterday morning. You know, and I think some of it's excitement and adventure. But let's get into where I was at before I talked to my family and where I was coming from. And then I will come back and I will talk to you guys about how I'm at now after I've seen my family and I, had the drive home, and kind of give you guys the conclusion, and we'll close this week's Road to Recovery out, because in all honesty, it was like I had 2 NA meetings this week. I just kind of filmed when I needed to film and I needed to speak, and that felt great, because today, if I wouldn't have filmed when I did, I would have been sitting here trying to talk about why I was upset at the time or what was going on at the time, but it's not the same as filming it right then and there. So that might be what I start doing a little bit more of, is in the moment filming stuff. And if I don't really have anything on a road to recovery, then just kind of insert what's going on and touch base on it. So let's get into where I was. Like I said, it all started Thursday night, late Thursday night. Me and my son were texting. We had talked, and I could hear it in his voice about me going. And then we started texting because I could hear it. And there's with a mother and a child, your child, right? And I could feel that he was really upset. So I ended up texting with him, and I ended up just bawling. And actually, me and Mr. Addiction kind of got into it a little bit, and it's because it is a difficult situation, you guys. It really is. Like, my children are 13 and 15, turning 14 in June and 16 in August. They still need their mom, right? But I had realized, like, logically, I cannot afford to, me and Mr. Addiction cannot afford for him to be living in a household in Innisfil running it, and for me to be living in a household in Edson, trying to pay. I'm still battling to get disability. I'm still wondering day to day how I'm going to get by. But I know I have a roof over my head, and for us to be trying to micromanage 2 houses, and not only would I had to have paid and rent here is between $1,350 to $1,500 a month for depending, unless you want to live in a dump, and I refuse to. I'm 41. I've lived in my dumps. I don't need no more dumps. Dumps bad. So, and I realized, like, this doesn't make me a bad mom. Sometimes we admit when we can, but we have to admit when we can't. And I can't. I cannot financially support my children with the position I'm in right now. Now, if they were to move with us, yeah, we could, right? We would be able to, because it would be fine, but I'm not going to ask my children to move from their hometown where they've grown up, all their family is, their friends. I mean, my son graduates in 2 years. He wants to graduate with the kids he's gone since kindergarten with, minus the 1.5 years he lived here with us. But my son, my oldest boy, is actually talking about coming and staying with us while he goes to college. Donovan wants to one day become a detective. So he is going to go to college, take criminology, and then go to police training academy. He wants to go canine. And then after he does canine, he wants to go detective. He wants to become a homicide detective. So quite proud of that. And if he was living with us close to Red Deer, that would be perfect. He wouldn't have to be, But anyway, so these were all different things that we talked about. I will go over more about that after you guys watch me driving and talking about it. I kind of just repeated some of it, and then I'll touch base with you guys afterwards. Okay, I'll see you in the next clip. Next clip, if I could talk. Squirrel. Hey everyone. So I am almost to Edson. We had a little bit of a setback this week. And this is kind of like what Road to Recovery is. We had a little bit of a setback. The kids don't want me to move. They found out that, like I said to them, like, we're probably moving this summer, whether the condo's sold or not. And all of a sudden, like, they understood I was going to be commuting. Thought, no, They're not having it. And, you know, my one son wants to live with me, but he wants me to get a place in Edson. And with the position I'm in financially, I can't. Like, I can't afford, like, rent for what I would need is you're looking at between $1,300 to $1,500 a month just for the rent. Now you got to add power, heat, you know, internet, cell phones, blah blah blah. Now and then factor in food. And right now I'm still fighting to get disability. You know, so I talked to my daughter last night, and because she's turning 23 this year. So, and she's been living on her own for a while. She's a mom. So I'm like, hey, look, this cannot be dealt with over the phone. I said to her, Mom's going to come in tomorrow and we're going to sit down as a family and we're going to discuss this, because everyone's got to look at this logically here. Like, financially, I can't. Like, you know, you have to admit when you can, and you have to admit when you can't. You know, and I refuse to think I'm a bad parent because I financially can't support my children. Like, and even once I get disability, that was my son, so I got interrupted there. That's okay. I can hear it in his voice. I can hear it in my son's voice. He is not happy, and I understand. Like, they're 15 and 13, and they still need their mom. You know, and I am in such a torn position. You know, I'm in a position where I financially cannot, I can't even pay my bills right now. You know, and to try and get first month's rent and damage deposit, then I've got to find furniture. I've got, like, everything, me and Richard consolidated into one place, right? So I got rid of a lot of stuff I had, you know, because we didn't need it. And what needs sippy. Gotta love Pepsi Retro. Not sponsored. Just being a smart ass. You know, so I can hear it in his voice, and I don't, plus with Carson and, you know, his high functioning autism, this is really tough. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, yeah, there is a part of me that wants to get a place in Edson so I can be with my kids. I'd struggle. I probably would barely get by month to month. I would be relying on the help of family, and that's not fair because my parents aren't in the position to do that. You know, I'm 41 years old. I should be able to. It's unfortunate, you know, and I don't let it get to me that I'm not able to work. It is what it is. I mean, I have health issues. I can't work. It is what it is. It took me a long time to accept that, because I went from working 50, 60 hours a week for 7 years to nothing. It took me a long time to work through that, and to work through that guilt that I felt that I couldn't support my family anymore. Mr. Addiction can't work. He was in that car accident in 2005. He has a brain injury, you know, and he's got other limitations. So, you know, I was the breadwinner. We went from one lifestyle to, oh, don't you dare, asshole. I'll just speed up. You know, considering there's social distancing, there's a lot of people on the highway. I'm just being a smart ass. You know, so I'm in Edson now. I just kind of passed the Edson 2 kilometer sign. And I'm going to meet my kids at my mom's. We'll stand outside and talk. You know, especially with my dad. Like, I've quarantined myself for 2 weeks. Yesterday was the first time I went out in 2 weeks. But I won't go into my parents' home, only because, you know, I ain't gonna risk it. That this would kill my father. Like, this would, no bones about it. My dad caught corona, that'd be it. It'd be game over. You know, so, well, we're gonna see how this goes today. I will definitely film a little bit after I'm done. I might be a little red-eyed and so on and so forth, because the other night I just broke, especially when I was texting my son. you know, and he's like, Mom, I still need you. I want to live with you. I don't want to live with Dad. I want to live with you, but Dad will never let me go to Innisfil with you. Not that I want to, because, you know, I wouldn't expect my sons to move with me. I wouldn't expect it. I would never ask them to do that, you know, but I can't go. Like, I can't move and feel okay about it unless I have my family's blessing. You know, I can't live with my mom and dad. I'm 41 years old. Now, it's one thing if I come up, I commute back and forth, where I do 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there, 2 weeks, 1 week, or whatever. You know, and from spring to fall, it's fine. It's the winter time where roads get tricky, especially when you're going across, like, you know, you're going down to southern Alberta. You know, like, I'll be living an hour from Calgary. Instead of being an hour from Jasper National Park, we're an hour from Calgary. We're about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Banff. We're close to Drumheller. You know, I don't know southern Alberta. I grew up in, you know, I don't know what you call it, western, like northwest Alberta, like close to central, I don't know, close to Jasper National Park. I'm close to the BC border right now, you know, and I'm in such a predicament. It's tough. You know, we're a very close family, very close. Like, we're small. I'm an only child. My adopted brother passed away in 2000. You know, I don't have blood niece or nephews, but I do have niece and nephews. But because we're a small family, we're very close. You know, it's 3 hours. For me to get from Edson to Innisfil would take about between 3 and 4 hours, depending on traffic, depending on, you know, road conditions. Sorry, I was just like, it's been so long. Like, I'm like, am I going the right way? I'm so, and I want to thank you, Patsy. You know what? You know, like, you've been such a wonderful ear for me. So I just want to give you a shout out and say thank you so much for kind of being like a second mom. Sometimes it's really hard for me to talk to my mom about some things because she's too close to the situation, right? Like, sometimes it's kind of nice to get an outside opinion. It's nice to get an outside opinion, you know, someone looking in and bouncing things off of people. So, you know, to those who I have been talking to, thank you. To the DP Sisterhood group, I know I haven't been on many video chats, but when I am, I very much enjoy them. I felt bad, like I was filming or getting ready to film, and the Sisterhood chat group rang through, so I started talking, you know, and I'm like, I don't recognize some of those people. I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. Who are you? You know, and sometimes I feel rotten because people know me, but I don't know you. And I don't want to be rude in any which way or at all. I don't want to be rude. So I have a feeling Road to Recovery is literally going to be on the road. You know, I may do an intro at home and then just kind of clip this stuff in. I'm going to I still have to film today's video, and this is Saturday. I'm filming Sundays right now because I need to talk. But when I get back from my family meeting, I'm going to finish filming friend mail, and I did some friend mail, and then I'm going to do a DAC unboxing and blah, 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 and then I'll be good. I'll be able to upload. I am seriously trying to keep to my schedule that I upload Saturday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I am actually going to be stopping to give Sister Dawn her goodies that was sent in. So I was going to mail it, but since I'm here, I might as well just drop it off and Save on the postage. So I think I'm gonna sign off on this segment. The next time you guys see me, I will be chatting about how the family meeting went. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Oh, so I just kind of hit record, then not record, because I know what I need to say. So I went and I picked up my mom and my kids, and we went over to Sister Dawn's. I dropped off her package from Rosette. I will insert picture somewhere on screen. And yes, she did get a Diamond Art Addiction mug. I do have more coming. Like, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. They're gonna be great for giveaways. I'm gonna give you guys a little heads up with Patreon. Every month for the 2 tiers that have mailouts, I'm gonna have what's called bonus bags. You know, it's gonna be like the treasure bag, and inside a treasure mail out, it could be an acrylic pen. Do you guys want to see this? These are all the acrylic pens that I have. I got this cute little roll up from Treasure Studios Art. It fits every second slot you can put a pen in. So I had to insert that there as well. I do want to announce that if you order a painting from Nicole Payne, John Poppleton, or Anthony Christo, Treasure Studios Art is doing double artist commissions this month. So you could go order a painting. You can use DAA15, save yourself 15% at checkout, and help out some of these artists who can't go to galleries. They can't do what they normally do to survive. So Rachel, hats off. I'm actually going to do a little special thing on Instagram tomorrow for it. But yeah, I want to insert that there. So the treasure packets. 2 people a month are going to get the treasure packet. I will know who is getting it, because once they get it, I will write down that they've had it. So that way, you know, but inside the bonus packet, it will be, it could be an acrylic pen, could be an acrylic pen and a bar of patty wax. I got some of those coming. I have some stuff from 3D Designs coming, but 2 people a month are going to get the bonus packet, and they will know that they got it the moment they open up the mailbox, because they will have a different mailer than everybody else. So I do have the diamond mailers, but there'll be something a little extra on the packet for them to know that they got the treasure packet. Just to kind of make it a little bit more fun and exciting, you know, like I want to be different, you know, I don't want to be like every other creator. I want to be me, you know, and this is going to be, you guys are supporting my channel by when we do this. Like, yeah, I know we were supposed to be setting this up this week, but I need an extra month. And if you watched the craft room tour, you would see that I have, you know, I've been organizing, working hard. So while we are still here, I have a place to make these items. So I'm excited for that. So I just kind of wanted to mention that, because I like to kind of throw stuff at you guys as we get closer and closer to Patreon. Yeah. So anyway, I got to Edson. I picked up my mom. That's how we got onto Patreon. Squirrel. So I went to Sister Dawn's. There will be the mugs. Yes, they will be a part of the treasure packet or whatever. So we went to Sister Dawn's, and then we went to my daughter's. And after, you know, we all visited, we kind of got the I miss yous out, and we visited, you know, Grayson's being his silly, goofy self. Nana blew her back out by lifting him. I shouldn't have done that. It really hurt. But, you know, after being there a little while, I said, okay, family, we need to sit, we need to powwow. And I can say that because I'm Native American and I can't be insulting anyone. I'm like, we need to powwow. So everybody sat down. Grayson was doing his 2-year-old thing. Oh, give me one. And I'm back. Sorry, Mr. Addiction was getting a text message there, and I distract. Squirrel very easily. So we got everybody sat down, and I just started expressing how I felt. Like, I don't want to feel you guys to feel you're abandoning. I'm not abandoning you. right now I said, I can't look after you guys. I can't support you. I have no means to support you guys. I said, sometimes as parents, we have to admit when we can, and we have to admit when we can't. And I said, I'm going to be commuting. You know, we talked for a couple hours. I expressed how I felt. They expressed how they felt, and we're good. I have my family's blessing. Once I put it to them, like logically, the financial aspect of it, for a couple of years for me just to end up moving to Innisfail anyway. So it really worked out, you know, and I just, again, want to thank Patsy from Scotland for helping for me to see and, you know, and for the advice. Like I said earlier, it's nice sometimes to have someone who's on the outside to talk to that isn't necessarily close to the situation, you know, and she's kind of become like my second mother. So love you, girl. So those were the two hiccups that I had this week that had me kind of riled, you know, like a little squirrel. Now I'm just making an ass out of myself, but hey, I'm tired. You guys, I like totally was a bad girl last night. I was scrolling through Instagram, you know, those posts come up with the diamond. Oh, that will be in an upcoming video. What happens when you have insomnia? No, I didn't go spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just some cheaper canvases that are poured glue. Always looking for a good poured glue canvas, right? So you never know, you might find that diamond in the rough. So that is pretty much it for this week's Road to Recovery. You know, I'm slowly getting this, what works for me, what doesn't work for me through this journey I've been on over the last year. April 27th was when I uploaded my first video, and man, one of the best decisions I ever made. Yeah, things can get rocky, and yeah, you know, you're gonna have difference of opinions and different personalities, but so worth it. I don't regret an ounce of making this decision. So, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad in any situation. So I think on that note, you guys, it is 7:07. Like I said, go forward. Saturday through Thursday, between 7 and 8, something will be up on my channel. I got to give myself that leeway because I don't want to look flighty or even more squirrely than I already am. So I am going to bid thee all farewell. Thank you for listening. If you made it this far, what is your favorite thing to drink? Comment down below because you OG. you made it through. Awesome sauce. Stay positive, live blessed, and until the next time, many, many blessings. #VibeTribe.